Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing our opening game in the Champions League group stage against Marseille. But there's been two games in the Premier League that we need to review before we get into that. So following that absolute thumping by Chelsea, we bounced back and took our anger out on Brighton. So at home against Brighton we of course played our more attacking formation and we took the lead early on through Felipe Anderson. 2 set piece goals for Felipe Anderson today. Absolutely fantastic. Alexander Isak manages to get one in the 34th minute. A good challenge from them really. Unfortunately for them it falls to Alexander Isak in the box. And Felipe Anderson completes his hat-trick in the 78th minute. He's been playing really well since he's come back from injury. Obviously one of the players that starts with West Ham. He had the potential to leave in the summer really. Guangzhou Evergrande from China were interested in any services but they didn't make an offer. So he's ended up staying and he's probably one of our best players. And then the final game before we get into Marseille was against Watford, which we won 3-1. We took the lead very early on through a goal from Alexander Isak in the 3rd minute. This team was a highly rotated side. There wasn't very many players who would naturally start for us. But they performed really well given the opportunity. And a decent 3 points away at Watford. I think we have had struggles against them in the past couple of seasons maybe. They are a decent side. I think they've been in the Premier League ever since we've started. What a save that was by Pau Lopez, by the way. If you'd missed that, rewind it a couple of seconds because it was absolutely fantastic. But then Jurlic manages to seal the 3 points even though they got themselves back into it in the 66th minute. And to be honest with you, this was even though the stats look a bit more even than I would say so, they didn't really create anything clear cut. So against Marseille today, we are at home, so I'm going with a more attacking tactic. We're going to start with Pau Lopez in goal. He's been doing incredibly well since I've started giving him some game time over Timo Horn. And to me, at least performance-wise, it's looking like he might be our first choice. Wagnerman, Pongricic, Oxford and Creswell in defence. Toussaint and Tonali holding down the central of midfield. Tetier, Jurlic and Anderson in our attacking midfielder roles and Alexander Isak up top. On the bench, we're going to go with Emerson, Panzo, Rice, Noble, Lato, Vieira and Matthias Enrique. So they're starting with quite an attacking formation themselves, 4-5-1 with the 3 attacking midfielders. Obviously, we play in the deeper player in the centre, so hopefully we'll be able to control the midfield a little bit. We'll see how it goes. So we'll kick off against Marseille, our first game in the Champions League since we've took over. I don't know if West Ham's ever been in it, probably not. So probably the first game in Champions League history for West Ham as we come forward with Felipe Anderson. Gets challenged. Obviously the opening highlight of any game is pretty much a dead rubber. Highlight now, Aaron Creswell with the corner. Pongricic is front post. And he should be doing better with that. Actually, there's a bit of an update on Pongricic. He has dropped his concerns about not being able to move to Manchester United. So he's in a little bit better spirits. So he'll probably just get more game time now. He still is our best centre half, going by current ability star rating. But you forgive, but you never ever forget as we pick up with another highlight now as Felipe Anderson comes forward. Alexander Isak had loads of space there if he played him through. He's managed to get him through Mandanda with hell of a save. Can we pick something up from this? Only a corner kick, which will probably need to nothing, maybe, perhaps. Creswell with it. He plays it in and come on, just end that highlight if nothing's going to happen. Teti in the box now. Tonali takes the strike and it's just over. But yeah, Pongricic is a happy chappy now. We are having some issues with Edemilson Fernandez not getting game time, which is a shame actually because I actually quite like him in terms of his attributes and stuff. But with the likes of Tonali coming in, Ronaldo Vieira is obviously a big money signing for us. I just wanted to give them guys some game time, particularly to begin with, so I could evaluate how good they are for us. But we'll have to wait and see what develops with that as Marseille take the lead. Oh my god. We have absolutely dominated this game and we find ourselves 1-0 down. Good corner, front post. Pau Lopez can't get near it. Creswell on the front post couldn't keep it out either. Look at them stats, we're absolutely dominating and we're getting beat. The trouble is we haven't really got the players off the bench either because of injury mainly to change the game in an attacking sense. We're just going to have to go for it and continue. Hope the boys pick themselves up for the second half and make use of our chances that we are actually creating. We really need a win in this game. There's going to be tough games in this Champions League and to lose our home game against Marseille would severely dampen our chances of qualifying from this group as Wagnerman goes on a mad run. It's a shame he hasn't got the shooting abilities to go with it really. 65 minutes, nothing's happening. We're going to have to make some changes. Jurlic going to have to stay on, same as Isak, Tetier. All of our attacking players We're going to get Wagnerman off for Emerson. Emerson's done quite well when he's played, particularly in the attacking sense. I think he's got a couple of his assists to his name already. I think that's the only sub we're going to make. We can't really do anything in affecting the attacking positions of our players now. As Creswell's got a free kick, he takes it and he gets it in. Come on! He beats Mandander with a direct free kick and he gets us back into the game. That was massive. We needed a moment of magic. And Aaron Creswell, as he's done so many times for us over the past couple of seasons, has delivered. Now we need to get the goal to secure. We need the 3 points, quite frankly, we do. I'm not going to take off Aaron Creswell. He's doing so well. We'll get Matthias Enrique on for Tonali. And who else? Lucas Toussaint will get off for Declan Rice. We'll make our 3 subs, freshen things up as another highlight comes in and we are in possession. Tetier, he's got loads of space for Emerson on the right, but he doesn't find him. We'll take it back into the midfield and work it again as Creswell comes forward. Decent cross. Isaac's there and he heads it just over. 6 minutes to go and we need something here. Jerlek with the ball finds Felipe Anderson. He's got Creswell overlapping, but he gives the ball away and it looks like it's going to be a Marseille counter-attack. Scrivers down this right hand side takes the strike and it goes just over, but that's not good enough for us. We need to get something from this game. 3 minutes to go. We're not going to get the goal here. It's going to finish West Ham 1, Marseille 1. It could be worse, but it could be 100 times better. Marseille probably, I've just messed up the team title as well. Marseille are probably our biggest threats in terms of finishing second. I would think so anyway. I'm not sure how good Spartak Moscow are. Should we take a quick look at their key player maybe? Roman Zobnin. I mean, he is a very, very good player actually, Zobnin. That's not that hasn't filled me with confidence too much. They've got Reykjavik in goal as well. If you remember him from previous FM versions, he turns into a good keeper generally. I don't know if he's like that on this year's though, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Baumgartlinger is a fantastic, fantastic player. So to be honest, it looks like it's going to be a 3-way battle actually, looking at the players between Marseille, us and Spartak Moscow. But I just want to say the stats again from that match. I can't believe we've ended up drawing that match 1-1. I'm sure we absolutely dominated. But look at this. This is the key telling thing. We're playing our attacking formation and our attacking tactic, which usually does produce results, and we created 2 chances. That's the key thing to take away from there. The likes of Jerlek and Tetier and Felipe Anderson really, they really need to start producing. The whole attack and midfield row just doesn't seem to do it for me. Particularly in the games where we struggle, that's the reason why. But you just got to tap it on the chin, haven't you? But anyway, looking forward to the next episode. We'll play Barcelona next away from home in the middle of October. We'll have had a game against Spartak Moscow in the Champions League, which will hopefully see us pick up 3 points there because it is a home game again. Hold on, I'm looking at Marseille's fixtures. Oh my god, why have I done that? Never mind. Anyway, next game will be away at Spartak Moscow. We won't be playing Barcelona. We'll play Barcelona in the final group game in the episode after next. So yeah, look forward to that. Spartak Moscow coming up next. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing. But until next time, take it easy.